Hi, in today's topic, we are going to discuss about secure electronic transaction intruders. Before getting into this topic, in this fast digital world, so secure electronic transaction is something that a backbone for an online payment, banking, and also e-commerce. So, but how do they actually stay secure? That we have to think about it, and who are intruders trying to break it. That is, they are said to be our hackers who is going to break your secure system. So secure electronic transactions smartly set to a set. So which means it's a protocol for developing a secure credit card transaction over an internet. It ensures confidentiality, integrity, and authentication between the buyers, merchant, and also a payment gateway. So this diagram clearly explains how the secure electronic transaction happen. So continuation to this topic is why we go for need for security in e-transactions. So online transactions are prone to threats like data tampering, phishing, and identity theft. So secure electronic transactions was introduced to counter these issues and protect a sensitive customer's instructions. So we go for secure transactions. So in your SET, the protocol is mainly designed to secure credit card transaction over an insecure network. So it is basically developed on your authentication, confidentiality, and integrity. So authentication is something that is who are you, and confidentiality is something that can you anyone else see your data, and integrity is something that has the data has been tampered with. Okay, so these are the digital security, and it is also said what are the uses of this set is something that it uses digital signatures or digital certifications, encryptions to protect both towards the buyer side and seller side. So let us see the key features of uh, SET. Okay, so SET is something that the digital certificate for authentication, and it encrypts the sensitive data and also maintains the confidentiality for the payment and order information, and it ensures the message integrity using digital signature. So the main thing of this secure electronic transaction is confidentiality of the information and integrity of the data and authentication of the parties and also digital certifications. So these are the main features of secure transaction systems. So let us see with an example. The customer wants to buy something and send an order, and that is encrypted credit card information, and also the merchant receives the order but cannot see the card number. So here the payment gateway decrypts the credit card info and process it. So this all happens using a dual encryptions. So this is the main features how this happened because of the main features of SCT. So the data has been protected with this. So let us see who are intruders. Intruders are something that they are the hackers or a man in middle attackers or malware or even insiders within your organization. So the intruders will always try to get your data. So we have to protect our data without harming them. And let us see about set end users. This include maybe your card holders or merchants or payment gateway or certification authority. So each plays a key role in transaction process. So the hackers trying to sniff the data of the network, and also man in middle attackers or impersonating the parties, and malware is something that sitting on a customer devices, and also insiders are something that who is staying within your organization and stealing your data. So each one has different motives, from stealing your credit card numbers and also doing some other financial operation. So you have to secure your data from this. Okay, so let us see something. What are the types of electronic attacks? I mean types of attacks in your electronic transaction. So common attacks in your electronic transaction is something that are phishing. Phishing is something that tricking user into giving away your credentials, and also we can say that repay attacks, that is reusing the captured data packets to repeat the transaction, and session hijacking, that means stealing a authentication session of the impersonate user, and also spoofing is something that pretending to the trusted entity. Next, let us see how the working of SET. So it works in the stage of cardholder registration, merchant registration, purchase request, and payment authentication and order confirmation. So these all steps include encryption and digital certification at step. So let us see the role of digital certification. So the digital certification issued by certification authority, which authenticate and identificates in the transaction, and they bind a public key within the entity and also used for secure communication. So let us see about Intuser in e-transaction. So they attempt to compromise the transaction through the method of like man-in-middle attack or packet sniffing and malware. These we saw in details. So these activities threatens the integrity and security of the system. So we have to when we design a system, we have to keep in mind about these instruction, and we have to design a web page. Okay. And next, let us see about types of inducers. So inducers can be a passive inducers, that is eavesdropping data, are also active, that is modifying or injecting any additional data to your system. And insider is something that a user can be misusing your access. That means they can steal your password or they can misuse it. And external hackers. So these are a type of inducers. Let us see about SCT authenticates the cardholder of the merchant and the merchant of the cardholder, and both the parties, they are said to be a pathway for the path gateway. So how inducers bypass the security? So let us see how they bypass the security is by unpatched servers make it easy for the end users, and also poor implementation of encryption or key management, and user clicking certain links and downloading the unwanted softwares that will affect and harm your system. And let us see the countermeasures against your inducers. So to protect against your inducers, that user can use a firewall and instruction detection system, and also they can apply a strong encryption, and also uses a multi-factor authentication and regular software updates, so that you can protect your web securely. And the main conclusion of this topic is that SCT secure an online credit card payments using an encryption and authentication, and inducers are various attack like phishing and replay attacks and spoofing. And defenses include encryption, digital certification, and instruction detection, and also smart user practices. So you have to stay vigilant and stay secure while developing your website. If you have any clarification related to this topic, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.